Well, thank you very much. Good afternoon. As introduced, I am not Adam Fife. I'm sorry he couldn't make it. He was called to a meeting at the Pentagon, he said. So I do understand, he's a businessman, and when Pentagon called, you go. So I don't have a presentation that is more focused on UAS, but as you saw, this is more general presentation on aerospace and defense in Utah, which includes UAS. So Utah is home to many large aerospace and defense companies, including Boeing, Northrop Grumman, L3 Harris, Parker Hannifin, Hexcel, and others. And we have an employment of over 34,000 people in this industry, which is one of the top and most important industries in Utah. And I didn't know until today that, the Department of Defense actually set a mandate in year 2000 to have 1/3 of its fleet unmanned or autonomous. So this whole effort on UAS is not a new thing. It's at least 25 years old by the Pentagon. In terms of overall business climate, according to the U.S. News, Utah was ranked number 1, best state overall, and in 2024, and it ranked number 2 in education and number 3 in economy and infrastructure. We have a number of different incentives that are offered by the state, but the most important ones are post-performance tax incentives. And in 2023, this incentive program facilitated over 88,100 jobs. And in 2024, Tax Foundation ranked Utah's total tax climate as 8th best in the nation. And it's a very business-friendly state. And the state eliminated or modified over 400 business regulations in 2011 to ease the burden placed on business. Another important factor is obviously the workforce, and Utah has a very high employee concentrations of aerospace engineers and material scientists, machine operators, and other aerospace-related occupations, as I mentioned to you. And very important to Korean companies, 4th lowest union membership. 노조가 없어요. So in the U.S., at the 4.1% labor union membership rate. And we have many state universities, and I'm going to go over this a little bit later. Another important fact is that Utah has an abundance of advanced materials companies with more than 20,000 people employed in the industry. And obviously, advanced materials is very important for UAS. These are our major aerospace employers, and I just want to highlight the ones that have more than 500 employees. That's Albany, Aerostructure Composites, and they do composites. BAE Systems, they're dual headquartered in UK and US, but this is US side. System Engineer, it's a large company like Boeing. And then Hexcel, with more than 1,000 employees doing carbon fiber. And JBT, Aerotech. And next page has L3 Harris with more than 2,000 employees. They do communication solutions. And the largest employer here is Northrop Grumman Innovation Systems with over 5,000 employees doing navigational situational awareness platforms. And that program supports ICBM and aircraft for the U.S. Air Force. And Parker Hannifin, thermoplastic components and flight control parts for aircraft. Peterson, engineering and machining for advanced aerospace and defense. TTM Technologies, doing high-density printed circuit boards for defense applications. and Williams International that does gas turbine production for defense applications. So these are our leading companies in aerospace and defense sector with more than 500 employees. And as I mentioned, Northrop Grumman in 2024 announced another expansion that will add more than 1,200 jobs in the state. This is a little difficult to see, and I'm going to provide this so that you can get this if you like. But these are labor wages by category. So like chemical engineer, mechanical engineer, industrial engineering technologists and technicians, material scientists, and aeronautics and machinists, molding. And so these are various categories. And you can see that in most, not in every category, the average wage in Utah is lower than the national average. So Utah's strength is that it has generally lower cost of most everything, including housing, general living cost, and cost of labor. This is an important factor together with taxes and overall business environment. And there's also very good collaboration among the different sectors within the state. And this is what's called areas of excellence. And the three categories are advanced materials, aircraft component manufacturing and assembly, and unmanned system. This is the UAS portion. And there is a very good collaboration amongst three key areas here, as described here. So what the state calls areas of excellence are industry subsectors in which Utah has a competitive advantage due to our infrastructure, trained workforce, historical expertise, and community support. And that diagram that I just showed you showed that. And one of this is what's called 47G, Utah Aerospace and Defense. This is a body that convenes, promotes, and advocates for companies competing in the aerospace and defense industry, building the world's premier ecosystem for aerospace and defense companies in Utah. And Adam Fife is the founder, one of the founder, and he serves as vice chairman of the board of this 47G. So he would have been a great speaker, but obviously, as I said, he couldn't make it. And there are four others, the Mountain West chapter of AUVISI and the Utah chapter for SAMPE. University of Utah-based UAMMI supports the advanced materials industry by utilizing public and private partners. And the Utah Aerospace Pathway brings together private industry, education, and government to provide a career of lifetime in aerospace. So these are different actors that are involved in these three key areas that work closely with one another. Now, the important part, obviously, is education and labor. And Utah has a number of excellent universities and technical colleges that provide over 274,000 students at the post-high school level. And we have, in addition to the four-year institutions and that offer master's and PhD programs, we also have these technical colleges that offer two-year programs and that provide continuous stream of machinists and labor workers for you to run your plants. And then the universities, the research universities will provide manpower for your R&D institutions. So this is a quick overview. I'm sorry that it wasn't more focused, but like North Dakota, my office, the name is, as you might have noticed, it's a Utah Governor's Office of Economic Opportunity, and my office is Asia office. It's not just Korea office. And I'm the country director for Korea, and my coworker, Jihyun Kim, she's the office manager. The two of us work together. And And we work closely with the governor's office and all of the different departments of the state, as well as the University of Utah and other educational institutions in the state. And we are, as I said, the governor's office and the World Trade Center Utah work very closely with the private sector, and there are many companies that are willing to work with the Korean companies and collaborate either on R&D or actually on manufacturing and supply chain. So our arms are open to you. Please come and talk to us. Thank you very much.